Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. On behalf of Engaging Borders SRD and the Delimi Prosper Project, I welcome you to this Executive Peace Roundtable. Today's dialogue brings together key government actors, security representatives, civil society leaders, traditional institutions, and youth stakeholders to reflect on youth perspective and practical non-kinetic approaches to strengthening peace in Kaduna State. Our discussion today is promised to be focused, very interactive, and solution-oriented.
Standing on existing protocols, good morning everyone, and thank you so much for coming. The synergy is very important, so as we work together, working together only ensures a positive transformation and progress in the state. So this latest activity that we're doing today is going to be the tip of the iceberg, and I am positive that we're going to have a lot of positive conversations here, and we're going to have a lot of deliberations.
I am Jennifer Joel, one of the participants for the Delimi Prosper project. Virtual learning, online learning platform where we share knowledge and we learn from each other, irrespective of where we came from, irrespective of our culture, irrespective of our religion. We are all one.
Let me invite once again Mr. Richard Ali to set for context setting.
The purpose of this executive roundtable is to be able to get that executive level, high level input into what the young people have done over the last few months. Jennifer Joel has given us this, and all our invited guests here, you already have talking points of what your various ministries, departments, agencies, and from your own experience in civil society.
It is on record that the peace model has been able to solve some of the issues in Kaduna State. And for quite some time, Kaduna has, seen some relative peace in the area. And from our ministry, our mandate is to ensure that information that goes out to the public, they are filtered, they are information that should be given in the correct way, in the correct form.
Very early, the stresses and the shocks and the pressures that young people go through, that young people are subjected to due to these conflicts, how to basically determine them early, and how to build early warning systems around them, and how to be proactive in managing those shocks, those stresses, and those pressures that young people usually manifest.
And we so to say that security is everyone's business, and we also so to say that security is a collective responsibility. You can't take what you don't give out there. The government of the day then decided to now have an umbrella body where all these local security support systems will come under the government to operate, because as we know, according to our constitution, the lives and property of the citizens is the primary responsibility of the government.
My name is Aisha Saliu. I am the State Coordinator of the National Association of Physical Association of People with Disability, Kaduna State. I would like to talk on the importance of inclusion of people with disability in peace dialogue or peace building in Kaduna State. inclusion of everybody, leaving no one behind in peace building is very important, because like now, I may be very a big victim than you, ma. Because if any conflict starts happening now, you people can run outside, but me, before I carried my stick, thinking of throwing the chair, thinking of running to the gate, it has already happened.
Peace cannot happen in isolation. So many a times we talk about the Kaduna Peace Model. What is Kaduna Peace Model? The only thing that excites me about the whole thing is that Professor Kabir Isa and his team are trying to ensure that the Kaduna Peace Model becomes a policy document. Not just Kaduna, but the entire Northwest. There is what we call the expansion of the war economy. So many people who are not party to kidnapping and abduction are benefiting from the industry. As informants, as people that supply fuel, as people that supply foodstuff, as people who are dispatch riders that go to keep people who were kidnapped in safety areas so that they could move on.
Over the years, the traditional institution has witnessed so many transformations, so many changes. It has come into contact with a lot of challenges. And these challenges haven't in any way been able to deter it from exercising its normal traditional function.
The Delimi Prosper Project came up with this little documentary that highlighted the story of a very young boy, and it was very practical. It was filmed during one of our Peace Public Square, and it was very, very relatable. We have this young boy coming from a village, his uncle promising greener pastures in the cities. But later on, he came into the city and he fell into the hands of criminals. He began to snatch, he began to take part in harmful activities, even led to armed robbery. So limited opportunities cause all these problems.
We are young people, and if we are not being so forward, there will be no country for us. And I mentioned this last time when I visited activity for engaging borders, that if we are not being careful as young people, there will be no country.
The simplest and the popular example is where the chit-chat on Radio Kigali in Rwanda led to one of the worst genocide in the history of the world. And it started with the media. When Malan Salim and of course my brother, my colleague Abdul Halim came to my office, I was very pleased to see the ministry is open to engaging with Spring, so that we're able to look at these issues of hate speech and to also look at how social media, is also helping in, propagating or instigating conflict. A lot of us do not know the difference between misinformation, disinformation, and misinformation. These are three different things, that we also need to understand the difference, because that will help us in our job.
I'm very happy to be part of this gathering, whereby it's not about government. In fact, it is a private